History has been created in the World Athletics Championships, folks. We all knew that Neeraj Chopra could potentially create history when he first qualified for the final with a throw of 88.39. Today, he has done it. Neeraj Chopra has assured himself of a silver in the World Athletics Championship in the javelin. The fourth throw that Neeraj Chopra made when he crossed 88.13 gave a billion Indians plenty to cheer. It has been a simply phenomenal effort, folks. And Neeraj Chopra has now assured himself that he is one of the greatest individual athletes that he's ever come from India. Magnificent, if one has to say. It did not go according to plan because Anderson Peters, the beast from Granada, clocked 90 meters in the first two attempts. When Anderson Peters clocked 90.2 and 90.4 in the first 2 meters, we all felt that, okay, gold is out of Neeraj Chopra's hands. But Neeraj Chopra, after three rather okayish attempts, in the fourth attempt, 88.13. And so, when Jakub Vadlicic had thrown 88.09, we all felt perhaps bronze could have been one of the things that Neeraj could settle for. But that throw of 88.13 ensured that Neeraj Chopra has secured silver in the World Athletics Championship. 19 years of a wait for an individual medal in the World Athletics Championship has finally ended, folks. And it is truly a magnificent moment for India. Neeraj Chopra had won the gold medal in Tokyo. Now he wins the silver in the World Athletics Championship. So Neeraj Chopra is simply magnificent. Words just are not enough to describe Neeraj Chopra's brilliance. I mean, what can one say? When he released that throw in the fourth attempt, there was a smile. There were already, that was an indication that Chopra had probably done enough to seal it. When he had thrown in Tokyo, it was already when 87.58 was done. Destiny, no, Neeraj Chopra has secured a historic silver in the World Athletics Championship javelin. That is the breaking news that we are getting now, folks. Breaking news indeed. Neeraj Chopra has secured the silver in the World Athletics Championship javelin final. A sensational effort from Anderson Peters of Granada. His first two throws, 90.2 and 90.4, has given Anderson Peters the gold medal. Neeraj Chopra was in third position before the fourth attempt when Jakub Vadlicic had thrown 88.09. But in the fourth throw, Neeraj Chopra crossed 88.13, and that ensured him a silver medal. Not since Anju Bobby George in the long jump in 2003 that he managed to finally get in, that India finally managed to win a medal. It is a very historic day indeed, folks. Yes, there is a bit of sadness that it was really sad that Anderson Peters crossed 90.2 and 90.4. Remember, Neeraj Chopra has never crossed 90 meters. That is the only thing that is missing from his CV. But what can we say about this man? Asiad gold, Commonwealth gold, Olympics gold, and now silver in the World Championships. He has basically achieved everything, and he's not even 25. That is the brilliance of Neeraj Chopra. Yes, Pujara, Anderson was throwing over 90 for fun. Yes, the first two throws were so precise, and the curve that the javelin generated was so phenomenal that Anderson Peters already did his signature muscle. That was an indication that probably it was Anderson Peters' day. Remember, Anderson Peters was the favorite in this event because he had crossed 93 in the Diamond League in Doha. So, when he crossed 90.2 and 90.4, hearts sank in India because Neeraj Chopra had never thrown 90 meters. So, gold was a fair distance away. after two or three unsuccessful throws by Neeraj Chopra. After 82, he had fouled on the first attempt. In the second attempt, he reached 82. In the third attempt, it was 86. That was an exponential rise. And then after that, when he crossed 88.13, in that fourth throw, India had assured themselves of a medal. And it is indeed, you can mention Oregon 2022 as to be one of the finest moments in Indian athletics for several reasons. There were six Indians in the final: Murli Sri Shankar, Avinash Sable, Neeraj Chopra, Anu Rani, Edilson John, and Rohit Yadav. Rohit Yadav was the other Indian. He was the second Indian in the. He was the second Indian. Nikhil. So when you messaged me, woohoo, 88.13, it
Yeah.
was indeed a guarantee that 19 years of pain finally ended. Not since Anju Bobby George, that we have finally got a medal in the World Athletics Championship. But
Yeah.
I think as an Indian, we should not be disappointed with the silver, because Anderson Peters, the beast, was throwing 90 just for fun, as one of our family members pointed out. So were you disappointed that, oh, gold is out of reach after he had crossed 90.2 and 90.4?
No, so I mean, how I saw it, I'm happy as well as I'm disappointed. So there are mixed feelings. Happy because we've seen an Indian athlete win a world championship medal, and even though you mentioned Anju Bobby George, this still happens to be the first time we've seen it happen on the track. Because in
Yes.
case of Anju Bobby George, you remember it came retrospectively. So, at that moment, we didn't have. I remember watching that 2003 final as well on television. But we were disappointed that she, fell out of the medal race. But it's only after many years later that, a few athletes that tested positive for doping, and then her medal was elevated, and then she got that medal. So to see the joy of an Indian athlete winning a world championship medal, and that too a silver medal, that's great actually. So that's what makes you happy. You got him to celebrate, and I was happy to see a smile on Neeraj Chopra's face. So that is good. But what I'm disappointed with is that he did not touch his close to his personal best as well. This season, if you've seen in two different championships, in June in Finland he touched 89.30, then in Stockholm little later
89.94.
89.94, almost on the verge of reaching that 90-meter mark. And we thought that he would have kept his best for the world championship, but then fell a meter short at 88.39 to qualify.
88.13.
No, to
Yeah.
qualify for the finals.
Yeah.
88.39 qualified. So you remember the commentator, which has now become famous, one and he's done. So he just threw that one and he was done. He qualified. So you thought that, at 88.39 he's qualified. He's not even given his best. So I mean, I was hoping a 90-meter throw. I mean, all signs were showing that it will be a 90 that we'll see from him. But then at 88.13, so he's worried. But to be fair, even if he had just barely touched his personal best, even if he just touched that 90-meter mark today,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been enough, because Anderson Peters was just outstanding. He had three throws of over 90-meter. He came to throw the last one, by which time he was guaranteed of a gold medal. Just came to throw for fun, and even got that. And that doesn't surprise me, because he's the defending world champion. So he came here with all the expectations. So yes, I'm happy with the silver. Of course, it
Yeah.
hasn't happened quite often in the history. And I knew that gold would have been very tough. Even if Neeraj threw his best, gold wouldn't have been tough, because the competition was slightly better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but he
mean,
himself,
look
if
at.
you ask him, and maybe we will get to interview him little later in the day. And if you want to see his interview, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today.
Of
I guess
course.
even if you do ask Neeraj, he probably would be slightly, not happy about the fact that he didn't reach his goal of 90.
Yes, I mean, look, Anderson Peters in the Doha Diamond League had crossed 93 meters. So, heading into the World Athletics Championship, we knew he was the beast. And the most important point to note was that Anderson Peters had missed Tokyo because of injury. Now
Yes.
imagine the only contention. We all knew that Peters was one of the major challengers. The other contender was Jakub Vadlicic.
Yes.
Vadlicic had also crossed 90 meters in the Diamond League in Doha. But surprisingly, when the third attempt had finished, Chopra was in fourth position. Vadlicic had crossed 88.09. But again, the
Yes.
curve and probably the conditions that were there at that time, Vadlicic's remaining three throws did not improve, and it bugged his trend. Normally, he's a slow starter. He then improves as the attempts go on. But here, it went the other way. It went south for him. He deteriorated as the stages went on. Julian Weber was a surprise because his first throw was 86, but then after that, the inexperience showed. But when that smile comes, no, Chopra, I get reminded of that 87.58-meter throw in Tokyo. When he
Yeah.
had thrown, he had smiled. And that guaranteed something that, yes, he had finally won. So
But
that
this time
smile and
the smile came in the after the fourth throw,
hope
and
throw.
if you remember his sign, he did this, and he said, "Wait." So
Wait.
I've reached there. Just wait. So you thought that there was going to be another one which will be slightly better. So maybe there been could have been nerves because obviously didn't have a great start, and Neeraj quite usually has a very good start. And so
Yes.
because he didn't have a great start, maybe you thought maybe there would have been some sort of nervousness and he needed to calm himself down. After that fourth throw, you knew that now he's in the medal contention, and now
Yes.
his indication was that now just relax and so I thought that and he indicated two more throws to come.
Two more throws,
So I
yes.
thought that 88.13 he's going to improve upon that going forward. It wasn't to be, but still, I mean, to be at that level now. By the way, he's completed the entire spectrum. Now we were talking
Yes.
about medals. So he's an
Yes.
Asian champion, Commonwealth champion, Olympic champion, World Championship needed to be champion, but okay, silver medal, we'll
Yeah.
take it.
So if many people are asking what does Neeraj Chopra have to achieve? Well, now next World Championship, hopefully gold.
Yeah,
And the most important thing is 90 meters. That is the
yeah,
one thing that is missing from his CV. But apart from that, see, the double, if we have to look at, of World Championship gold and Olympic gold in consecutive years, it's happened only twice in the history of the sport. Under the Norwegian athlete, Anderson, he won 2008 and 2009, the World Athletics gold and the Olympic gold. Jan Zelensky's won it twice, 92, 93, 2000, 2001. So Chopra, to replicate that feat, he was actually battling a lot of historical baggage.
yeah,
So in that sense, this silver is a major, major achievement, primarily for the fact that because he had form, Power Nurmi he had won. He had finished second in Power Nurmi. Kuartone he had won. Diamond
yes.
League second. Winning second in the Diamond League gave him the confidence that, okay, I can compete for a medal more than Power Nurmi and Kuartone, because Diamond League, the competition was immense.
Yep, absolutely. Just getting a few comments. I just wanted to
Yes.
read. Nofil Zach says credit to Neeraj from recovering from a disappointing start. Nofil, exactly.
Yeah, the
We
first throw was
mentioned
a
that.
foul.
Yeah, and that he's usually a good starter. So it wouldn't
Yeah.
have been easy because he didn't start really well. So you clearly knew the pressure may have been increasing, and then for him to throw that fourth throw the way he did, I mean, so credit to him. I see a comment from Apratim Chakrabarti. He says the broadcasting is quite good this time. Uh, Again, I have mixed feelings simply because, and this tends to happen, that when they've got a few track events, they tend to go away from javelin, and I would have loved to have seen the entire javelin.
Entire
But there
Javelin.
was, we I mean, they went to the 4 and 200, and before that they had the 5,000 final. Then decathlon 400 meters was being shown in the middle. So I was
Yeah.
a bit disappointed. I don't know whether there was. I mean, I didn't see. I don't know whether there was a dedicated javelin feed. I didn't see that in
No,
broadcasting,
no.
and that's what you would want, right? A dedicated
Yes.
javelin feed. So that's what I would have preferred. But yes, the commentary and all was good. Was good to hear the
Yeah.
commentator, very well informed. But then you get, this was the world feed, so you had the best world feed commentators. So yes,
Indeed, indeed. So Akash Raj is like saying, I have never seen Neeraj as nervous before, but credit to him for the comeback.
yes.
I didn't
So
think he was
I think,
nervous, he was
yeah,
frustrated.
yeah. So I tell you what, maybe why we've not seen him is because on big events he's always had a good first few throws, And so the nerves settled
Yes.
down, the butterflies settled down. And so you always seen him very joyful, celebrating right from the start. This time, because the start wasn't ideal, you could
Yes.
see that, I don't know whether nervousness, maybe some sort of pressure, of course he was feeling, because I'm sure he wanted to be there. And this was uncharted territory in the sense
Yep.
that, start wasn't good. So in that sense, yes, which is why you saw a lot of, release of that pressure after that fourth throw. You could just see it on his face.
Yes.
He was stern, and very serious. And then that fourth throw happens, and then you see that very famous Neeraj Chopra smile
Neeraj Chopra
after
smile.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, after that fourth throw. So yeah, there
Yeah.
is some merit to that. But I guess
Yeah.
that's what sport is, right? Different type.
Absolutely. Sarthak
Yeah.
Sehgal is pointing out Chopra not in rhythm today. He had better throw in qualification. Yes, Sarthak, that's what Nikhil pointed out.
Yes.
88.39 in the qualification. Yeah, 88.13. But again, final has a different dynamic altogether. It's not
Yes.
necessary that you throw good in the qualifiers, but then in the final, a lot of things. Vadlicic crossed 89 in the qualifiers, but then here 88.09. There is a different dynamic to pressure in the final. And
Yeah.
well, again, there are many people are saying I expected gold, but again, you have to appreciate Anderson Peters. I mean, if this Oregon World Athletics Championship has shown, the Carib nations are now on the upswing. Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, even the Windward
Granada.
Islands, and even
Yeah.
Grenada, they have simply been on top. But in
Yep.
a way, I will just say, rather than the gold, let us focus on the development of Indian athletics in Oregon. I think, as far as results are concerned, this has been our best edition when it comes to athletics. Why? 6 finalists from India. Can Neeraj, Rohit Singh said, sir, can Neeraj go 90 plus in future? He can. I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a
he's very
confidence.
close. It just this season, just
0.06 meters. He just missed the 90
yes,
meters.
that's how far he was. So,
Yeah.
I saw a comment here. Vignesh also saying, and I agree with him. Neeraj versus Peters Commonwealth finals. So
Yes.
once again, you
Yes.
will see it. So Neeraj will have chance to avenge this defeat uh,
Yes. But
against.
good luck in beating Anderson Peters in this form when he's just
No, yeah,
throwing 90 meters for fun.
yep,
Oof, all the best
yep,
to him.
yep,
So I was just saying, Nikhil, that Oregon 2022 is actually a stepping stone for Indian athletics for a reason. 6
yeah,
Indian athletes in the final. Murli Srishankar, Avinash Sable, Eldon St. John, Annu
yes.
Rani, Neeraj Chopra, and Rohit Yadav. Rohit
John
Yadav,
finished
unfortunately,
9th or 11th today. Did you update
10th.
10th?
10th, because in all the 3 meters, in all the 3 attempts that he threw, he did not cross 80. His best was 78 meters. So immediately after the 3 attempts are done, the top 8 qualify for the next 3 attempts.
Like in javelin, like in
Yeah.
hammer, like in most other.
So the
Uh,
inexperience showed, but credit to the 21-year-old from Jaunpur. I mean, he really stepped up to the plate. He's ranked number 28th in the world, and it was that ranking that helped him qualify for the World Athletics Championship.
yeah,
A
Rohit
couple of
Yadav.
years back, yeah.
Now we had two finalists. Huh? That itself is great.
Yes, major achievement. And even Anurani making it to the javelin final and
Yes.
finishing 7th.
See,
Major
that's what
achievement.
happens. That's what happens. See, that's what people say that you need superstars. Imagine one Neeraj Chopra has brought about a mini revolution in javelin, and imagine
Yes.
how many more kids will take on to javelin, and then you get it was much like badminton, right? Gopi Chand
Yeah.
started one academy and then produced
You've
so
got
many.
a new breed of superstars now currently.
Yeah,
Azhar Islam expected gold but got silver. In my view, you don't win silver. Again, it depends upon discipline, Azhar. In badminton or wrestling, which are individual, you lose. You win gold, you clinch silver. But in athletics and multidiscipline sports, you win silver because you've beaten the other 6 or 7. So that is our technical view in that. It's all technical. You win silver in athletics, you win bronze. But then in badminton, you don't win silver.
yeah. Sarthak Sehgal says, what about Neeraj's fitness look bulky since Tokyo? No, I think
No,
no. It looked
no,
quite the
no.
same to me. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe because in Tokyo you saw him in a ganji, and this time he was wearing a sleeve
If if
long.
ever, if you have to look at it very closely about Neeraj's fitness, he's looking much more hulkier. I mean, I may say, as far as the muscles are concerned, it's developed to an even bigger extent. That is why you see those the javelin throws that were coming in. It had that curve, that arc that ensures that you go near 90. Chopra is doing that. And remember that Diamond League event in Stockholm, that was the confidence booster for Neeraj Chopra. Just like how Potchefstroom was before Tokyo Olympics 2020, Sarthak. Because remember, prior to Tokyo 2020, he had a debilitating elbow injury, and there were concerns about his future. But that throw that he did of 85 plus in Potchefstroom gave him that confidence that, okay, I can compete for a medal in Tokyo. The same happened in Stockholm. He is growing in strength, and remember, he is just 24 years of age. He's not even turned 25. Neeraj Chopra, even before he turns 25, has achieved the full set. He just has to cross 90 meters and win gold in the next World Championship. That is the only thing remaining in the CV. What more can you want from him? Yes, Vignesh Kumar, indeed, the stamina of Neeraj Chopra is unbelievable. Absolutely, absolutely. I do agree with that, Vignesh, because all the other athletes, barring Anderson Peters, was just going down as the attempts came in, but Neeraj was improving. So, yes, unbelievable stamina. Agreed with you, Vignesh.
Yeah. Siddharth, if you can just carry on for a little bit more time, I may have another assignment to do. So you can take a few
Absolutely.
comments. Huh?
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes.
okay. Take care, guys. Bye.
Take care. Bye, Nikhil. Bye, 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 bye. So it is a very, very historic. A new generation will come up with the study motto is saying, yes, absolutely study motto. I mean, already there is a new generation in place after Neeraj Chopra's gold. Isn't Anurani's seventh commendable? Isn't Rohit Yadav's qualification for the final commendable? Remember, this is Rohit Yadav's first ever World Athletics Championship. 21-year-old from Jaunpur, who is an Indian Railways employee, and now he is in the final, although he finished 10th. But isn't that a big achievement itself? Just like how Abhinav Bindra's gold and Pulela Gopichand's achievements have ensured that there is a new revolution in shooting and badminton, Chopra's gold has already laid the foundation. Anurani's one, and you have Rohit Yadav. So, next World Championship in 2023 or 2025, Vignesh Konna saying it's probably 2023, Vignesh. We just have to see. Meet Sony. Congratulations, Neeraj. You're a very hard-working guy. Very hard-working. He is one of the best in the business. Probably after Abhinav Bindra, Vishwanathan Anand, the greatest individual sportsman that we have ever produced. Indeed. Because look at the achievements: Asiad Gold, Commonwealth Gold. You are such a role model for the youngsters. Rituraj, yes, he is indeed one of the best in the business, one of the role models that he's there. And Phoenix, well, he's trying to be very naughty here. He's saying simple, just injure Peters and win gold. Yes, I mean, see, Anderson Peters is going to compete in the Commonwealth Games also in Birmingham. So we'll have another potential final showdown there as well. And Peters is just throwing for fun. I mean, 93 meters in the Diamond League. Simply magnificent. Mikuja, will Anderson be in Commonwealth? Yes. Anderson Peters will be there in the Commonwealth Games because Granada is part of the Commonwealth. And looking at how Oregon 2022 has been, it is simply magnificent that the Carib nations are doing so well. Vignesh Kona saying people say CW is easy, but javelin will be Olympic level competition. Yes, I mean, Vignesh, absolutely. Look, javelin has been dominated in the past by the Czech Republic and now by the Carib nations. So, Carib nations in the Olympics and in the Commonwealth will give them a great tussle. So, that is one way of can India win 100 plus medals? Nitesh Jain is saying in the Commonwealth Games. Very difficult, Nitesh. I mean, see, what is the Commonwealth? What we have to tick in as far as the boxes are concerned in the Commonwealth? Men's hockey. We have never managed to win gold in men's hockey. That is one thing that India will have to correct this time. Because remember, Australia, who have won 6 Commonwealth gold medals, they themselves have not played many international events. They missed the FIH Pro League due to COVID. So there is a great chance that India can finally break the medal jinx in hockey this time. 100 plus medals, it can be achieved. We have a very strong contingent. So hoping for the best. Do you think Neeraj will be in 90-meter club in CWG 2022? Well, he came close, 89.94 in the Stockholm Diamond League. Here, he missed 88.13, but it will come. I mean, look, very few people go past 90. Anderson Peters has had a reputation Johannes Vetter had that reputation. Jakub Vadlicic has done it. So it's only a matter of time. One throw out of six is enough to ensure that he gets to 90. It can happen. It will happen. Hopefully, it happens in Paris. Hopefully, it happens in the Asiad. Remember, the Asian Games will be held in August and September of 2023. So it can happen even there. Yes, Rituraj, it will be fun watching Anderson and Neeraj in action. And what was the best moment, Apratim Chakra? What is the best moment of the Oregon Championships? Well, I would say in Neeraj Silver. That is the best moment for us as Indians in Oregon 2022. And perhaps Rohit Yadav qualifying for the final, because Rohit Yadav in his first attempt really did well. And credit to him. If there was other events, then probably I will say Anu Rani qualifying. That was it. But yeah, six Indians making it to the final of the World Athletics Championships is perhaps the best moment. In the past, Indians struggled to even make it to the finals. Now you have six. Avinash Sable, Murli Sri Shankar, Eldinson John, Anurani, Rohit Yadav, and Neeraj Chopra. And in three different disciplines. So it is really, really a good sign for Indian athletics in the coming days. Neeraj will have to cross 90 meters for consistent gold. Shekhar Bajpai is pointing out. Absolutely, yes. Because Anderson Peters has laid down the benchmark. I think 90 more consistently, if you have to look at it, 90 is very, very unrealistic because not many people can achieve it. Perhaps 88 or even 89 meters. That might be your new benchmark for consistent gold because 90, very few athletes can go. 85, even many people, if you look at the top eight, hardly anybody crossed even 86 meters. Neeraj Chopra has to be consistently over 89 to ensure that he wins the gold. Murli Srishankal, Kamal Preet are all, Aithro Patak is like saying, yes, Kamal Preet are all future medal prospects. Yes, for that they have to hone their skills pretty well, participate in a lot more diamond leagues and a lot more tournaments. More exposure to international events ensures that you get the maximum benefit out of it. Vignesh Konar, hockey gold in CWC will be huge story if that happens. Yes, that is the one thing that is missing from our CV in Indian hockey. Gold in the Commonwealth Games because we have never won it and Australia are the dominant. So for people who are joining us now, it is Super Sunday, a start of Super Sunday with Neeraj Chopra winning a historic silver in the World Athletics Championship. 19 years of pain, not since Anju Bobby George in 2003 Paris, that we have finally managed to win a medal. It's a very historic day. Yes, a bit of a disappointment that he couldn't go for gold, but Anderson Peters on that day will be really, really is one of the greatest in the business. Azhar Islam foul cost Neeraj Chopra? No. Look, what cost Neeraj the yellow medal? The first two throws by Anderson Peters. 90.2, 90.4. The benchmark was sealed. Shekhar Bajpai, should others be satisfied only they reach the final? It's step by step, Shekhar, I would argue. First, you could not even qualify for the final. You got out in the heats. Now you have reached the final. Then now you're in medal progression. Chopra is a once in a generation athlete. He will make it. So others will emulate it in the coming maybe 2024 Paris, 2028 Los Angeles. Perhaps you may see a new crop of Indians winning medals. So is badminton team in CWC as Thomas won, especially doubles? Well, the badminton team is really, really strong. Mikuja is one place where we can expect medals because look, there is no shooting. Shooting this time is not there in the Commonwealth Games. So it's a big blow for our medal prospects. So that is the biggest update that we have, folks. The biggest sporting event of this year was the World Athletics Championship. Neeraj Chopra in Oregon has secured a historic silver. Anderson Peters has managed to win the gold. Jakub Vadlicic has secured the bronze. And Rohit Yadav, the second Indian in the fray, finished in 10th. So that is a wrap here, folks, from the World Athletics Championship. Thank you so much for joining us for this special live. Congratulations to Neeraj Chopra. He's given 1.3 billion Indians so many reasons to smile, or rather 1.4 billion Indians. So thank you so much, guys. Press the like, comment, and share button, folks. We are also there on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Press the bell icon when we go live. India versus West Indies is coming up in the evening. Do join us live for that. Thank you. Vanakkam.